Coming to you live and 12 minutes late from the cat house. It's Dre's Geek Philosophy Podcast. It's been a week for everyone. Hello. I don't know how many of you are going to watch this live. I don't know how many are going to watch this after the fact, but I'm here. I'm late. I don't even know if I put this in the right place. Is this Dre's Geek Philosophy Podcast? Am I doing this on my personal Facebook? I don't even know anymore. Is it Dre? Thank you. I don't even know at this moment. It's been a week. See, let me tell you what I've learned in the last week. Doing third-party logistics is very different from working retail during the holiday season. Yeah, the great thing is I don't have to deal with customers because, so many years I've worked retail and dealt with people. And people during the holidays are the absolute worst. But doing the wholesale and this distribution instead of retail, it's a little bit better in some aspects. Because what I've learned now in the last year is when all y'all are out shopping online on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, or who cares Sunday, it's just chaos on the freaking distribution end. Because holy crap. My wife is busy right now. It's just me. I'm going to fly solo for as long as I can talk to myself. If any of you watching live, comment. Just go to comment. Questions. Podcasts. I'm exhausted. Yeah, after last week, after Thanksgiving, it was like, honestly, it started last Monday for us because apparently everyone is just doing their Black Friday sales on Monday now. It doesn't even matter. I don't know why they even bother with Black Friday anymore. It's the whole week. Like last Monday we got into work and it was just pure chaos. I work for a video game distributor. I can't even speak English. That's how trashed mentally I am. I'm not even trashed physically. I'm trashed mentally. Like we were so busy today. Like I was explaining to my brother today how like oh is this all Cyber Monday? Like no, when you work in distribution, it's not the same day. Cyber Monday is gonna kick us in the ass tomorrow. Tomorrow when I go into work, we're gonna see all the Cyber Monday sales that went through our Amazon partners and our eBay partners and whatever, all the different people who need stuff, who ordered stuff, and also we don't just do distribution. We do third party logistics now, because apparently according to my boss, the video game industry is dying. You heard it here first, third, second. The industry is going into the tubes. It's insane. I was having to explain some stuff to my brother because my brother came along with me to work. I should have dragged him here and put him on the podcast, but he's not as loquacious as I am. Yeah, according to my boss, it's just the video game industry is just going downhill, and then no one's at the wheel. It's nuts. But yeah, a lot of people order stuff. And I think my favorite thing that I've learned about people ordering stuff online is that they order not the good video games, but they order the garbage video games or old video games. You know how many copies of Madden NFL 2009 we sold over the last week? We sold like 200 copies. I had to go up into a pallet and find old-ass copies of Madden NFL 09 for the Xbox 360. It's insane. The amount of stuff. So the weirdest shit. The Nintendo DS game, Chicken Shoot. A game I used to make fun of back when I was a Nintendo rep. Chicken Shoot. It's a game where you shoot chickens. I was like, no, there's no way a game like this will ever sell. We sold 15 of them across 3 days. It makes no sense. There's all these games. It's just, I wish I could have stolen the sheet of all the stuff we have to pull, because that was the big thing, especially last Friday and last Saturday. Normally when I'm pulling games for all these orders that we're fulfilling, it's it's usually about like 200-300 games. It was like 10,000 games on Friday after all everyone who shopped on Wednesday and Thursday. We got all the orders in on Friday because no one was there on Thursday to process the orders because it was Thanksgiving. On Friday, it was just freaking Gladiator. Freaking Russell Crowe was standing in front of our computer. On my signal, unleash hell. And that's what happened. Hell was unleashed. and we've just been inundated with orders. And on top of that, I'm like I mentioned earlier, I'm all over the place. I don't have my wife here to guide the rudder, which is my brain. We're doing third-party logistics where we work for these other people who want to sell shit, and we do it for them because we have this giant warehouse. And so I'm an account manager for two of these companies, and they went from like where they sell like 5 things a day to 1,000 things a day. That was a big jump. They started their Black Friday sale last Monday, and it was like, what the hell? I'm drowning in anime charms and posters and video games, and I was like trying to get them all on. And we ship worldwide. It's not even domestic. It's all over the world. There's anime nerds all over the place. One of our accounts is an anime account, and they sell all kinds of this Super Neptunian RPG and this dating simulator where you date dead people. I don't understand it. I've never felt my age harder than I'm trying to understand what the current anime situation is. Like, it just aged me instantaneously. I don't know how to explain it to you, but yeah, this past week has just been a harrowing week. It's not as bad as when I worked for like Nintendo. At least Nintendo, we got Black Friday off. They didn't send us out. When I worked for Nintendo, it was like, oh, Black Friday? Oh no, don't go out there. It's pointless. There's no parking. It was the days leading up to Black Friday were crazy, and then the Monday after, you just watch all these poor retail places slowly recovering from the chaos of the weekend. But I'm not sure if it's even that busy now, because I'm so removed from that world. Well, the last time I dealt with any of that business was like, as a rep, was like 2015, if that. I was working for GameStop not that long ago in 2016, but they let me go before Black Friday, so I was like, okay, cool. I got to skip out on that. Not my problem. And I wasn't working for this video game wholesale place, video game warehouse last year during Thanksgiving. I literally joined them the Monday after Thanksgiving. I walked in, I guess a similar day to today, but they weren't doing third-party logistics at this point last year. I've gone from I was just only packing games into envelopes to now where I'm like, I'm just pulling, picking, managing, doing online logistics for them. I had to fix so many things. You know, it's insane how much computer work has to go into all this stuff. I tried to run a Shopify. We did a little Shopify here for the podcast for a couple months before I got fed up with it and it wasn't working. I was doing it. I have to do this now on a larger scale for one of our clients. And it's nuts. Computer went off. Don't know why. I don't know how Mark Maron does this for 20 minutes before he gets to his interview. This whole solo, rolo, flying solo podcasting. People do it. Like, a lot of people always accuse me, you love this, hearing the sound of your own voice. I do enjoy the sound of my own voice, but it's a lot more fun when you're conversing with people. That's why, good old, he was out last year, last year. I'm so mentally not here right now. Like, I almost called it. Like, I was, like, rushing home. I literally walked in here 5 minutes before we went on the air, and that was, like, 8:10. But I was like, nope. The key to podcasting is you have to show up at a set time, every week. You put one up no matter what. You want to see the format sheet? Here's the format sheet for today. Nothing. All I got was in my head was like, talk about Black Friday. And yeah, it was insane. But yeah, my boss was like, yeah, at least we don't have to deal with customers. No, well, not directly. We don't have to deal with customers. Indirectly, we have a customer service person who sits in a room and just fights with people over the internet. We don't have to deal with that. It's just like, oh, I have to go find 180 copies of Fortnite. And that was insane to me. It's like, all these people, they're not buying the game. They already have the Fortnite game, but the thing they're buying from us is literally $20 worth of, or $40 worth of currency for the Fortnite game. We're selling out of it. We blew through 2,000 units of this for the Switch, where we finished off the Switch one today. We burned through the PS4 one over the weekend, and I guess the Xbox One, that'll sell out at some point in the next couple of days. We've had thousands and thousands of these things. It's not even a disc. It's just a code to get money for Fortnite. And people were just buying it up like it was going out of style. It's nuts. I don't understand it sometimes. Like there's all these awesome games on the wall. Nobody's buying. They don't buy the awesome games. Like the games that I like. I don't know, maybe it's just a bias thing. Maybe I'm just an old man. Like a beautiful game like Chrono Trigger. I talked about that last week. Chrono Trigger. We have a version of it for the Nintendo DS. Awesome game. Not a single copy sold over the weekend. It's like, what? Really? We sold LOL, Never Play Alone. It's some gag game. $30. Somebody bought it. I'd never seen a copy of it sell this entire year I've worked at this video game distributor. I'd never seen this game sell before, but all of a sudden, like, we sold LOL, Never Party Alone. Yeah, I looked it up. It's on our Amazon and it's on our eBay for $30, and someone bought it. I hope against hope that it's some sort of like gag gift or for some white elephant exchange where you just show up with the worst thing you could find. Like, check this out. I found this Nintendo DS game. It's called LOL, Never Party Alone. Apparently you have to have there has to be other people who also have that game. But who knows? One person bought it in a year. Maybe they know someone else who has it and they're going to play together. Really? I don't know. It baffles me, the stuff that we sell. Like so much. Sega Bass Fishing for the Nintendo Wii. A good 35 copies of that went out the door. 35 copies. But like not one copy of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker for the Wii U. I mean, again, not a lot of people have Wii U's, but we sold 62 copies of Just Dance 2018 for Wii U. I was like, I didn't know 62 people were still operating their Wii U's. I'm wearing a Wii U jacket right now, and I don't think there's 62 other people in this world who even have a Wii U up and running, but apparently they do. People who like Just Dance on a dead system. Madness, I say. Like me and the boss, we keep laughing about the stuff that we have to, like, we're pulling off the shelf. It's like, people are buying this, and he goes, yeah, people buy garbage. I mean, it's one man's trash is another man's treasure, and thousands and thousands of people, they're just buying up these not good games. I mean, again, this is all my opinion. I'm like, the game's not good. It's objectively not good to me, but somebody else, you know what? Somebody really needs Let's Cheer for Xbox 360, Kinect required. Somebody has an Xbox Kinect, and you know what? They're like, I'm going to get Sally a copy of Let's Cheer, a cheerleading game. Chaos. Here, there's a knock on the door. Hello, there's a knock over here.
May I join you?
May I? Well, of course you can join me. This runaway train that's
Sorry, I'm late to the party. You want some?
No, go ahead, please. Please have a seat. Please have a seat.
Sorry.
Oh, my wife is my wife has decided to join.
Sorry, I'm very large.
She's very pregnant. That's why I never press upon her.
It took me a long time to walk from the bedroom to here.
Yeah. I never press upon her. I never insist that you join me on the podcast. It's purely voluntary on her account if she wants to join.
Well, I heard you talking about
African American Friday.
Not just that, but okay, so there are realms of games,
yes,
right? And why or what is like popular? Why do you think they're becoming popular? Like, why are these like old games?
Yeah, these old games.
All of a sudden, a thing,
like,
and then like.
We have 1,000 copies of Madden NFL 20 for PS4, but apparently we're not selling a single one of them, or at least not to direct customers. We have like wholesale customers buying some of that stuff, but like at least consumers who are clearly buying gifts. You know, this is the biggest gift buying weekend of the year, right. And they're buying a game that is 10 years old for the Xbox 360. I'm not sure if maybe it works on the Xbox One. I don't know, but it's like me and my boss, we are baffled. Like he's been doing this for ever, 20 plus years. So
Right.
he kind of laughs. He knows that like it's like I sometimes I wonder like why do we stockpile all these
Random.
old random games? I don't even want to say bad games. I mean old random games.
Mm-hmm.
And why do we stockpile them? It's for this. It's for this weekend.
Oh.
I think it's literally for this weekend.
Huh.
Like all this old stuff. I'm like he'll buy like 10,000 copies of a game and like all of a sudden, oh yeah, no, we're gonna move through it.
Yeah.
Not just regular customers, but like some person in Finland will hit us up and be like, yo, I need 1,000 copies of the Walking Dead collection. I'm like,
Well,
all right, here you go, buddy. He's gonna go sell 1,000 copies of the Walking Dead collection.
interesting.
The video, it's so interesting. Like all these older games, like like Wii games, we're selling Wii games like it's going out of style. Wii, a console that's been theoretically dead for 7 years.
But I love Wii.
Yes,
I wish I had a Wii. I wish we had a Wii.
I can arrange that. I have several.
But at the same time, like, yeah, I don't have any games or know of any or like what game. I remember when I used to
I
play.
can arrange that.
I like all the bowling games, and I don't know, I like
Bowling.
those active
Let me
games.
guess. You like bowling, tennis, boxing, and then the 2 other games that no one ever played. Wii Sports. That was the one game that came with the Wii.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it. They were fun.
Mm-hmm.
But why? But okay, so
No,
so,
you know it's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that because our company, we're partnered with this company in the UK
Mhm.
called Merge Games,
Mhm.
and they put out a game that was for this Nintendo Switch that's literally Wii Sports. We ordered and then we partnered with them. We brought in 5,000 copies. We sold out in a day.
Oh my god, 5,000 copies?
In a day. Like,
Oh my
we
God.
didn't expect, okay, 5,000 copies is called Instant Sports. It's basically, like, if you look at it, it's basically Wii Sports,
Yeah.
but for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
You can do bowling, all the things you just said.
Mm.
Bowling and the boxing and the baseball. Baseball, that was one of the other Wii Sports games. And all the stuff that you could do in Wii Sports, these
Right.
people in Britain are like, hey, let's make a version of that, but for the modern system, for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
And Amazon was like, we need more. We sold, like, we blew through it, and now we had to go back to press to go get another 5 and probably 10,000 copies, and we're gonna probably burn through that because there is a demographic
Is there
out
any
there.
trend like forecasting for video games? Like, I don't know if you have some sort of sixth sense or something like that, but like, or maybe your boss does or something.
He
But like,
does.
do you see anything for 2020 coming out?
I don't know.
Like,
well, there
what's
are
gonna be
games that are
popular?
announced. I mean, in theory, like Daniel, you didn't miss much the first 10 minutes. Just me waxing poetically. That's all you missed for the beginning of the show. There is stuff. I mean, like it's funny 'cause today during my break, I was reading this article about like the Nintendo Switch has done like really good this year. In the eyes of some people, the Nintendo Switch has done really good this year because there's a new Pokemon game, there's a Zelda game. But for next year,
Wait,
like, oh, what's
also
going?
because it comes in like different colors.
Oh, they did put out 3 different colors now, but yeah. But the thing is that they put out a lot of good games, and like, oh, next year it's like, oh, who knows what's like. No one knows what's coming out next year. The only thing they know is that there's an Animal Crossing game, and there's a certain demographic of Nintendo fans who are going to be like, oh, Animal Crossing. Oh, I can build my own city. I can build my own house.
Didn't
All right,
you
cool.
spend like countless hours on that game?
I have done that many times. I am a recovering Animal Crossing addict. I played the GameCube one for a month straight, and I had to leave that. The Nintendo DS, that was the first portable one. I played that for about 6 months before I had to quit that completely cold turkey. And then they did one for the Wii, and it wasn't very good.
Oh no.
But they put one out in the 3DS, and that was arguably the best one because the game is a lot better when you can just carry it around with you. Because when you need to go fishing at 2 a.m. to find a shark,
Right.
you can it's a lot easier to do that on your
Why
little
was
handheld.
the one for the Wii like not good?
I don't know. I think it was like people liked it better when you can take it with you everywhere you go. Like when you're
Oh.
untethered by a television.
Oh.
So now with the Nintendo Switch, they can have a console level, like with the power of a console, but they can have it with them everywhere they go. Because weird, Animal Crossing is kind of a communal game. Like
Right,
you
yeah.
like you want to go out and find other people. When Animal Crossing came out for the Nintendo 3DS, there was a big thing called Street Pass. There was all these Street Pass groups where a lot of nerds would gather together once or twice a month
Right.
to commune and talk and play together. Because the 3DSs could communicate wirelessly if you had
Yeah.
if you had Wi-Fi,
Right.
and you could play together. And then with Animal Crossing, you could visit each other's towns. Oh, I have apples in my town. What do you have? Pears? Hey, let's trade. I'll give you an apple. You give me a pear. I'll plant this pear in my town. I'll have a pear tree, and then so on and so forth. And you plant this apple, and then it helps you in the game. It's
I
like
kind of wish that was real.
But that communal aspect where you can help each other.
Yeah, like
it's weird how people
past.
need to do it. They need you need a video game to help each other, but people won't do it in the real world.
In real life, yeah, they just pass by each other.
Just pass by each other and just allow each other to fail or not exist.
No.
I feel like one of us should go get the door.
Oh, is the cat outside?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yogi's outside.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, she'll be right back. Yeah, Animal Crossing was a lot of fun. Yeah, and then that's like the big game coming out for the Nintendo Switch early next year. But yeah, it was this article I was reading about how the state of the Nintendo Switch, how it did really good, but no one knows what's coming out next year, and it's like, weirdly, I guess the same thing was for this year. Nobody knew it was coming out until the Electronics Show. Nobody knew there was a Pokemon game coming out this April, and then all of a sudden, hey, Pokemon Sword and Shield, run away, everyone! All brand new Pokemon game out, and what's crazy about this new Pokemon game that came out for the Nintendo Switch, it apparently is the fastest selling Pokemon game of all time. It's beat out the previous ones on the Nintendo DS and the Nintendo 3DS, which were also very successful games, which is insane. But yeah, I want to touch back on a little point now that my wife has rejoined me here.
Sorry.
No, it's like there is a huge demographic of people that have not been catered to. There's people like you who enjoyed the Nintendo Wii, but the video game industry hasn't really been like, oh, let's make games for those people who are not gamers.
Yeah.
Because that was the great success. People were like, oh, why did Nintendo the Wii was sold out everywhere? Everybody thought. Yeah. It's funny because the shit I always get is like, oh, Nintendo didn't make enough. They deliberately didn't make enough. It's like, no, they did not deliberately make enough. Everyone who wasn't a gamer wanted one, and it was impossible to get their fucking hands on it. They made 1 million of them every month. It just, there was more than 1 million people every month who wanted them. Yeah, during the Wii U, there was no shortages.
Right.
They cranked out, a few 100,000 every month, and nobody wanted it.
Oh.
So there isn't an artificial shortage. It's like you can only produce so many every month.
Right.
There are only so many parts you can do. It's like like every holiday something sells out. It's like, oh, because the cost of production, time of production, you can't accelerate it.
Right. Yeah.
Especially a very highly technological piece of hardware. Like sometimes Nintendo would run into problems where they'd run out of parts. Because they didn't make all the parts themselves. They'd have to go to someone else. Like, hey, we need another 5 million of this Who's-a-What's-its. And this little company, this other little manufacturer in Japan's like, I don't have 5 million Who's-a-What's-its.
Yeah, right.
Like, if you give me time, I can make maybe 500,000 Who's-a-What's-its, whatever piece it is for the Wii. And that's another thing where people always accuse Nintendo. They always hold back. They deliberately create demand by not making enough. It's like they literally can't make enough. I don't want to sound like a Nintendo apologist here, but I'm using sound, logic, and reason as to why. It's like, shit gets popular, there's nothing they can do about it. It's not like they can just magically create another 5 million Nintendo DSs or another 10 million Wiis out of nowhere. Like
supply and demand is a little off then.
Yeah,
like teeter-totter.
Yeah, it's they literally cannot keep. There are times where they cannot keep up with demand.
Right.
Like if it's not super popular, then there's plenty of supply because there is no demand. It's like I feel like a lot of people who complain about this have never taken an economics class, or they didn't pay attention to economics class at all in their life.
Jai's still waiting for
Bayonetta 3. Yes, that's a game. It's a very action-focused game. It's a female-led action game where this woman who's a witch, she's a witch bounty hunter, and she just kills everyone with style.
She's a witch bounty hunter?
Like, I should, if I bring out my Wii U, I can put it on for you, and you can see this game, and you'd be like, or I'll just go to YouTube and play you some clips.
So now it's part 3?
Part 3, yeah, because the first one came out on the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and it did okay. It didn't do great. It was like the same people made this awesome game called Beautiful Joe. This guy Hideki Kiyama, he loves making these stylistic, where if you have skill, you can artistically kill shitloads of people.
Didn't he just make a game recently?
No.
Okay.
This Hideki Kiyama, yeah.
Okay.
He makes these crazy games, so he made this Bayonetta game, and it did okay. But Nintendo, they saw, people like that game, so they funded the second game. Nintendo's like, hey, we'll help you make that second game, but it's only going to come out on the Wii U.
Yeah.
And they put it on the Wii U, and it did okay, but it did so well because the Wii U was not a successful system. But apparently last year they announced Bayonetta 3. They're going to put out Bayonetta 3 for the Nintendo Switch. They're help. Again, Nintendo's like, hey, we'll do it again. You know, it did fine, and then oh, this is a game that people would want.
Right.
A lot of they're trying to appeal to hardcore games. Jack Potter says, sound logic and reason. You get off the internet with that sort of thing. I know. I get into so much trouble because I try to use these things, kind of little logic and reason. No one wants to hear. No one wants to hear this. They want to hear bombasticness. That's why this podcast is not successful, because I use logic and reason, and I'm not sitting here spouting off nonsense.
No.
But yeah, clearly there's a demographic of people that Nintendo has not been or actually all video game companies have not been catering to these people who are casual-ish gamers. They they want to play something fun, but it doesn't consume their lives.
Right.
Because Sony and Microsoft, they focus on those. Oh, this is your entire life. Here's everything. You can watch your Netflix on this.
Oh, yeah.
You can order food on this. You can do everything you want in this box. This box will provide everything you want except love.
That is their love.
That is their love. Or unless they buy the games from this anime company, it can provide a different kind of love.
Ah!
Ew. Yeah, one of the games comes with a full-size body pillow, like a 6-foot body pillow cover. Where there's an anime girl on it.
So it's a pillow cover and it's 6 feet and
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a body pillow cover. You have to go out and buy your own body pillow.
How much are they? Do you know?
I don't know. Oh, the body pillow comes with the game. You have to buy. Buy the limited edition cover. This Date Alive game. It's a dating game where you're dating demons or death or something.
Okay, so wait. Is the pillow a demon? The demon?
Girl,
or is
yeah.
the pillow the girl?
It's a demon girl.
I
think it's reversible. It's double-sided. One, it's like a schoolgirl on one side, and on the other side, it's a demon. It's the same girl, but she looks like a demon with like red boots and like red lingerie or some nonsense. I'm sure I can show you a photo afterwards. Okay. I'm sure we can look it up.
How much is the game? Do you know?
The game, I think it's on sale right now for $60. But like, if you want the limited edition one, I think it's on sale for $60 right now.
$6.66.
Yeah, $6.66. That would have been hilarious if they did that. But no, that would be really funny if they had done that. But no, it's on sale right now. Normally it's like $80 or $90, but this company they did a big set. They were doing their big Cyber Week starting last Monday. People I ran out of body pillows on my display. I had to go get the forklift and go get more body pillows from the top racks because I'm like, we're not gonna need these. I'm gonna put these 300 body pillows up out of reach. And foolish Dre, ha ha ha! You underestimate the pervy men of the internet when they need their things.
No, ain't no video game shame in this game.
Clearly, there's none. Yes, there's no shame. It's insane. But again, it's funny because like that type of gamer, I think that's where like a lot of the video game companies are just focusing on that 10% of the hardcore sect where like, oh, this is my entire life. Right. I spend all my money. I put myself into debt for video games. Right. But there's this whole other group that Nintendo focused on for a little while with the Wii and were wildly successful. But then I think for whatever reason, Nintendo made a strategic error with the Wii U, and then people kind of moved on to their cell phones. Like ironically, I think that's where people do all their video games. Sadly, I do a lot of my game playing on my phone instead of a console nowadays because it's just easier to like get the accessibility. I just tap. Oh, I'm playing my game now. Where like I gotta be at the TV, I gotta plug it in, I gotta put it in the disc, I have to wait for an update, I gotta see if it updates and lets me play. All right, cool. I can play for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I have to go do something now. I have to go make dinner, or I have to go do a thing. Where now with this thing, I'm like, all right, I can play for 5 minutes. All right, cool. I just press the home button on my phone, and the game will wait for me. Mm-hmm. I can go back and work on it later. There's a convenience factor.
But don't you think that cuts out a lot of concentration?
Yeah, because I found a lot of my phone games, I don't really have to pay attention. There's only certain things where I don't have to pay attention to the game, but I have to pay attention to time. Because there's certain the energy will fill up. I have to use up this energy now, or I have to check into the game now, or one of my games I have to check in every 4 hours.
Do you feel like you're tethered to the game?
Yes, very much so. It feeds it feeds that gaming need, but it also feeds this collecting need. Because I've always been a big collector. Now I've substituted the buying of things with collecting things in these games. Oh, I want to unlock all these Marvel characters. I want to unlock all these Star Wars characters. I want to collect all these WWE cards.
I see it. I think it's really easy
I used to
for
collect...
people to just get virtual things nowadays compared to...
Yeah, because I like these games because it doesn't really cost me physical money.
Right, yeah.
Or like when I used to collect I used to collect hero clicks.
But time.
I'd buy, it takes up a lot more space.
Money.
Time does equal money, but you know what else equals money? Fucking all the shit that you physically buy. I have thousands of these little figurines. I don't know, have I ever shown you little hero clicks? I have thousands upon thousands of these little figures.
You've actively not shown me this. Yeah. You purposefully not shown me this.
Yeah, Jai Baldur here on Facebook. I clock in a lot more time on King of Fighters for my phone if work didn't keep me away. Yeah, you know, I've actively not downloaded that game because I'm like, I have too many games as it is on my phone. I don't want another game. I've seen ads for that game several times. I'm like, I love King of Fighters. It looks like a little beat 'em up game. I'm like, I want to play that. But logically, my brain goes, no, Dre. You can barely manage your Star Wars, your WWE, and your freaking Marvel squad. And the two other games, you barely check in just enough so you don't get kicked out of the games. It's like,
ugh. It's kind of got a little hold on you. Don't you think so?
Yeah, no. I am not too proud to admit, yes. But it fulfills a need. It fulfills my gaming need because I have an addictive personality. If it wasn't video games, I'd be addicted to drugs or something. I don't know.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if somebody's ever actually. Food. I wonder if somebody's
I'm addicted to food. I'm addicted to I have a personality where like I can get addicted to things. So I just choose to try to do it in very healthy ways that don't undermine my entire life.
Do you think that people could actually go on some sort of program where it's like, get off drugs, get off alcohol, just do gaming?
Well, sometimes, it depends on what the hold has on you. I mean, like, I don't know.
Or gambling.
Gambling. I mean, there's virtual gambling. Like, if you can just put the person in front of a, Red Dead Redemption and just have them, here's how you get money in this game. Oh, go gamble inside literal Red Dead Redemption. You can literally gamble. I used to have to do that in the game because I need more money to buy the really cool guns. So I had to go play Texas Hold'em. I am not good at Texas Hold'em. It's funny because there's still a bit of logic in my brain. Like I've never been addicted to gambling,
right? Because
I just like, oh no, this is too easy to lose. I don't like the odds of this.
Right? Yeah.
But you have odds of winning really big money. I'm like, no, but they're really slim odds.
Right.
I can't do this.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
That's like I've never been enticed by gambling ever. Like I've gone to Vegas a handful.
Too high.
Yeah, I am a very risk averse person. Anyway, I was like, I'll only go in on something. I'm like, are the odds at least 50-50? I'm like, okay, I'm good on that. I'll play some blackjack. I blew through $25 in blackjack once at Vegas, and I was like, oh, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, he's right there on Facebook Live here. Jai is talking about it is a beat 'em up, and you should definitely play it. I unlocked Orochiori yesterday, and he's a joy to play. Yeah, it sounds like it's Final Fight, but with all the King of Fighters characters, and that sounds appealing to young Dre. But I wouldn't have time, and then if that's something I have to pay attention to, that doesn't even work into my gaming schedule right now. That's like the Star Wars game I play. I don't have to pay too much attention most of the time. If there's something that I have to do, then I take about 5 minutes. All right, cool. If there's a strategic battle I have to make, because if I just let the computer auto fight, there's certain times where like the computer will do the dumbest thing possible, where my human strategy has to go in and be like, oh no, don't do that dumb thing. That thing is dumb. Don't do that. Like, it'll be like, that enemy is weak. I'm going to use my most powerful attack. No, you don't do that, computer. Why are you so stupid? Why did you hit that little peon with your ultimate maneuver? No. You finished him off with a regular maneuver, and then you save your ultimate for that big boss thing that's in the back. That's why sometimes I have to pay attention, and other times I don't have to, because, okay, it's an easy fight, auto, and I let the computer just do whatever it wants. Or if it's a fight that I know I'm going to lose, but I have to fight it, I'm like, all right, just auto. Like there's these spaceship battles in Star Wars where I can never win, no matter how much strategy I have. So I just hit that on auto, and I'm like, all right, I have to do it twice a day for it to give me a reward. It's a whole thing, honey.
May the what? Odds be ever in your favor.
And babies. Yeah, I know. So now, once the kid's here, I'm gonna maybe have time tops for one game at most. I like 3 of these games are gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to pick which of these games are gonna survive. Like, it's honestly, it might have to be freaking like Star Wars because I've invested the most time into that. Well, technically, I've invested the most time in WWE, but I could probably like, if I had to quit that game cold turkey, I probably could. But then I'd lose my collecting. But then I'd have to like collect baby clothes.
Yeah.
I'd have to. I'd still have to keep one of those games. I need to keep that collecting itch.
Black Friday really got me collecting baby clothes. So.
Yeah, you were shopping on Black Friday. While I was off at work shipping off people's things.
It was more like Saturday.
You want Saturday, not on Friday?
It was more like Saturday.
And was it chaotic? Were you able to find parking at the small?
Actually, yes. Saturday was surprisingly very, very, very empty.
Really?
Because we got there. The mall opens at 10. 10.
Mm-hmm.
So we were there at.
I imagine some place opened a little bit earlier.
10:15. No, not Saturday. Not necessarily Saturday.
I'm Friday. Sure Friday was open early.
I wouldn't even attempt Friday. Cause no way, there's no way. I hate crowds. So like,
see, the one Black Friday I worked at the Montebello Town Center back in 2003, was it? Yeah, it was 2003. Mm-hmm. Our store opened at, I think it was 6 in the morning. No, we opened at 6. I had to be there at 5:30.
At the mall?
At the mall. On Black Friday, on African American Friday.
You're there before the mall walkers.
Yeah, no, believe me. And then there was a line going out the door. Ugh. And I don't know, Jai knows the aftermath because Jai showed up he was scheduled to come in to close. He was coming in at 1 p.m.
Well, Saturday wasn't bad. Saturday was kind of nice. Just when we were about to leave, which was about 11 or 12, mm-hmm. Then there was time then there were more people coming in groups. Families.
Honestly, I think a lot more people are shopping online, period, now. Yeah. Just kind of mm-hmm. Going to the stores, there's no benefit to going, if you don't make it for the doorbusters or whatever, those quote-unquote special deals, which are not that special. No. A lot of times they're just selling garbage for cheap.
It's like tax. It's like, we won't charge you tax.
Oh, no, there's stuff that there's quote-unquote deals, they're clearancing out some stuff, but it's usually stuff that just they want to get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like that when I worked at Toys R Us. It was like, oh, okay, cool. We have these Monopoly games for $5.
Yeah.
Go. And then everyone's like, oh, Monopoly for $5?
Saturday was more
the regular
about small
price
business.
is $10.
No, when we went to Pasadena to go check out the small businesses, because it's kind of want it to be tradition.
Yeah, no, it's been going on for 10 years. American Express has been supporting this whole small business Saturday,
right,
for 10 years now.
Yeah, so in our family, because our family is a small business, and you have your certain small business.
I have my Etsy shop that I'm trying to, which I did not promote at all the entire weekend because I was busy at work. I was busy at my day job, and I did not promote my tiny little Etsy shop the entire weekend. So lots of people, my friends had Etsy shops, they had sales going on.
Yeah. I don't even have sales going on. I just keep getting orders.
You had 10 orders this past weekend.
I got more. I got a total of, I guess 15 are going to be going out the door, mm-hmm. This week. So I was just like, what the hell? Wow, this is great. And I didn't do any promoting, but
you have good products.
I really like the fact that Etsy does the promoting for me or something. I don't know what it is.
You consistently sell those adorable little cat toys that look like Nintendo controllers. If you have a cat, Let Meow Shop.
And Nintendo.
Etsy.com/shop/Let Meow.
Let Meow Club.
Let Meow Club.
The Cat Club.
Cat Club. Let Meow Club.
But so when we went over to Pasadena, everybody was at the eateries. Everybody was
over there on Fair Oaks.
Yeah, everyone was eating, and there were some people in the gift shops and stores that we went to. So it wasn't crazy. But that's Saturday. That's mm-hmm. Saturday. I wasn't about to step out the door on Friday. Figured.
Yeah, Black Friday. I feel like crazy. 20 years ago, Black Friday was just pure chaos.
With all the craziness, people trampling over each other mm-hmm. and fighting going on.
It makes me sad that's gotten worse. Because I feel like it's reported a lot more. Because if it bleeds, it leads on the news. The news always leads off person in Middle America Walmart was trampled trying to get to the TV that was maybe 15% off.
Yeah, exactly. It's insane. That's why I don't want to participate in that. It's plus I prefer to make things, and I prefer handmade things, or small business, or things that are more consciously created instead of mass produced.
Yeah, like I mentioned to Pete, like on last week's show, it's like the only Black Friday shopping I've done the last few years was going onto the BestBuy.com website and like ordering a couple of Blu-rays. I'm like, all right, what Blu-rays are $3.99 right now? I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't pay $25 for these. I paid $4 for these. Cool. I'll order about 3 or 4, and I'm like, okay, I'm good.
What'd you get?
No, I didn't do it this year.
Past years.
In past years.
Oh, yeah.
In past years. This year I didn't get shit.
Right. I was like,
it's funny. I kind of perused it, but I was like, oh, there really isn't anything I even wanted. There's nothing like the stuff that was cheap was like, oh, stuff I wouldn't even want. I was like,
right, yeah.
I was like, oh, where are they? I'm like, are there no good movies?
No good movies.
It's like I just want to watch Mandalorian. Jai Podor here on Facebook Live. Fuck working Black Friday. That day is evil. It is evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one I worked at GameStop at the mall was the worst because my coworker ran away.
Retail job, I was happy. I was like, finally, I'm gone. No more Black Fridays for me. I'm out of the retail industry forever and ever and ever. Back in 2016 or 15.
The anecdote I just said. My coworker left me on Black Friday by myself at the mall.
Yeah.
I had like 100 customers in the store.
Yeah.
By myself.
Fuck that day.
Yeah.
Fuck that day.
And somehow he didn't get fired.
He's got the Midas touch. I don't know.
I don't know why Sean didn't fire him. I wanted him fired. He ended up going on to become a store manager later on in his life. He's a dumb kid. Yeah. Well, I think the reason why Sean didn't fire him is because he was just a dumb kid. I think he just like he showed up, he saw the chaos, and he's like, oh no, my mom got locked out of the house with the baby. I have to leave. I'm like, the fuck?
Wow.
And then just me by myself. I'm like, me at the Montebello Mall GameStop by myself with a line going out the door. I'm like, okay, this is me.
Yeah.
By myself.
Wow.
And then we had like a seasonal person show up who had never like rung up before, and I'm like, all right.
I'm gonna teach you now.
I'm fucked. And then Sean, our boss, comes in and is like, where's Andrew? I'm like, I don't know where Andrew is. It's just been me and this chick versus this wall.
Oh no, of people. That's kind of cold. That's kind of really messed up for them.
Right here, see, Jai Potter, I came up like a villain. I got $500 worth of stuff for $225. Yeah, that's the gimmick. You spent $225. You know what that stuff probably was really worth?
$225.
Less than that. You know what Best Buy paid for that? What? If you got 10 things, they're probably $1 each. That's the sad thing when I worked for Disney and I learned the true cost of production of a Blu-ray.
When you work for Disney?
Yeah, I learned the cost of production of a Blu-ray. The disc itself costs 68 cents to make.
Yeah, I was gonna say 75 cents, right?
Yeah, 68 cents for the disc.
Yeah.
It costs more to make the sleeve that goes into the case.
Mm-hmm.
That costs about $1.50.
Color printing.
Yeah, it costs $1.50.
Yeah.
So total is
sometimes embossing.
Yeah, so total is about $2.50. That's why like when you go to the 99-cent store and you see a Blu-ray, that's why it's like freaking like $3. Mm-hmm. So you got to make sure they still profit at least a little bit. Just a little bit. That's why those movies like you see a Blu-ray, like $3. So like $2.99. All right, cool. Yeah, it costs them probably like $2 something to get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you still spent $2.25. So yeah, that's so you mean it's like last year I think I spent like.
There's no more, like, special shopping days either this year, right?
No, usually it's like, there's no special days, but people lose their goddamn minds those last 3-4 days before Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Christmas Eve at Toys R Us was fucking bonkers.
I've done...
Last-minute shoppers.
I used to be that person that would be there at closing on Christmas Eve. I was horrible at shopping.
I remember one time I shopped for
my shopping game was not on par.
I think I shopped for my godson for Christmas. It was like the Saturday before Christmas Eve. It was like a couple days before. I went into Toys R Us at 3 a.m. Jesus Christ. Because that was back when the Toys R Us used to open 24 hours. I think I walked into the Burbank one at 3 in the morning. I'm like, all right, cool. What can I get? What can I get my godson? Let's get a shitload of Play-Doh. All right.
Yeah.
Hashtag
and that's the crappy thing is like you get the leftovers at that point. Like when you're there on New Year's Eve, I was there Saturday
Christmas Eve, 3 a.m. They're restocking. They're restocking the shelves at 3 in the morning.
Not at closing time though. Like when
they
I would
didn't
go,
close.
When I would me.
When I would I'm talking about me.
No,
I got some
me.
shit. Oh, you're talking about me. I'm talking about you.
I'm
talking about you. I'm gonna sip some tea over here.
So everybody got socks or blanket. Yep, that's all.
That's all. Socks or blanket.
Guess what you got? You got a blanket again. Guess what you got? Socks again.
You know, it's so funny. People like talk shit about the socks, but like now as an adult, like if I got socks, I'd be like so happy.
Okay, now I know what to get you.
You give me some socks.
I know where to get you socks from.
You know where you get me socks. Yeah, you
know
bought me a pair last month, and I was like, this is the greatest pair of socks I've ever gotten in my life. I am such an adult. I am 40 years old. See, John Parton, he loved the fuck out of that Play-Doh. That's right.
Aww.
Man, back when I was balling, I was able to take care of my godson.
That's cool.
I remember I cleaned house, and I was like, they had one of those Lego sales at Toys R Us. I bought a shitload of Legos.
Oh yeah.
I almost bought. Oh man, I kind of regret that I didn't buy it. I almost bought him like this Emperor Palpatine. Like it was funny. Like it was either I get him this giant set of Star Wars Legos and had Emperor Palpatine shooting out the thunder. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh yeah.
Play-Doh.
Oh no! It was either get one big Lego set, or for that same $50, I can get 6 small Lego City sets.
Oh.
I chose that, and then I remember like we spent New Year's. I spent New Year's Eve because that's his birthday. Mm-hmm. We spent New Year's Eve. We were building Legos and playing Mousetrap.
Awesome. 2 great things.
I felt like he was a little too probably. He might have been a little too young for the Legos at that point, but it was still fun.
I wonder how many of those Legos Jai stepped on.
Jai, how many of those Legos did you step on? Or you probably... you know what? Jai is not a dumb man. He will do dumb things, but he is not a stupid man.
You don't have to be stupid or smart to step on a damn Lego.
I'm sure he made sure he put them away, you know.
Legos still have... There's... The word leg is in the damn piece.
Yeah, leg and then... Oh!
Yeah! Legos have their own little legs. They get out of the box somehow. Or they never make it in. Legos.
Stance, butter blend. I bought 3 pairs this weekend. I'm a man. I'm 40. That's right.
Nice.
See, Daniel bought some socks because we are grown men now. We appreciate a good pair of socks.
Nice.
The socks my wife bought me from a king size, like these like thick ass.
Nice.
These thick ass socks. I wear them to sleep. Oh man, my feet are warm. I have not had cold feet this entire California winter. I know some of you East Coasters will be like, you goddamn California pussies. You know what?
Right.
Born and raised California. Born and raised California. I am a weather wuss. You put me in 37 degrees weather and I'll be like, what is happening?
You gotta do the Al Pacino voice. There's some thick ass socks.
I got some big ass socks. Look at them socks. So thick.
Thick ass socks.
She got a thick ass.
No.
I'll see Jai Potter here. Jai responds. It takes about 30 seconds. Less than a handful. I knew where they were, even in the dark. But there are a few times when they caught me by surprise.
Ah, see. Yeah.
So you get caught by surprise.
Yeah. Like, oh.
See, as a child, but it's funny. As a child, I was really good about my Legos. I put all my Legos away.
Yeah, you were a good kid.
I put my Legos away. I had this giant Lego suitcase.
You had extreme fear of your mother.
I had extreme fear of my mother.
Yeah, you were a good kid.
Yeah, I had this giant Lego. It was a red Lego suitcase. It literally was a giant Lego.
Yeah.
It said Lego on the side.
Yeah.
When I was done playing with my Legos, whatever I didn't want to build and put on my desk, I took all the rest of the Legos, put it in there, because I knew if I didn't do it, my mom would throw them away.
See? Yep.
Like she threw out my Nintendo.
My mom threw my brother's Nintendo down the balcony after she smashed it with a hammer.
That's cold-blooded.
Because my brothers were not getting off damn Nintendo and eating dinner or paying attention or cleaning their room or cleaning up after themselves. Nope.
See, no, I made that mistake once. I didn't realize. I'd forgotten I could pause the game. I forgot I could pause the game. I felt so dumb. I was like, I could have paused. I could have paused.
Guess what paused it? That hammer.
No, for me, mine just got taken away for a couple months, and I got it back. And then I put it away because I didn't have. It's weird. Like I put my NES away because I was playing with other things. So I'm like, okay, I don't have any new games. I didn't want to save $50 to buy another game. Right. I put my Nintendo away myself, and my mom interpreted that as, oh, you don't care about this anymore.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna throw this in the garbage. I'm like, Why did you throw away my Nintendo?
Because you don't care about it no more.
Because you weren't playing with it. I'm
That's
like,
right.
that's not how it works. That's not how it works. I put it away for safekeeping. I was like, I'm going to put this away. I'm going to put this in a box and put it away. I'm going to put it nice and safe. That way, when someday in the future, when I earn some more money, I'm going to buy some other games.
I bet you, look, Mike Krisky, come to Pennsylvania. We got
the most warm socks. I bet y'all got warm-ass socks, Mike.
PA?
G-Son.
Yeah, right?
PA. Yeah, they'd always talk about it. G-Son and Bushy.
No,
They were our East Coasters. They'd always talk about how cold as fuck it was up in Erie, PA.
There's going to be a crazy storm coming up this week in all of the East Coast. It's going to hit that East Coast, like Maine.
Hang in there, G-Son.
Yeah, all that.
Be strong.
Hang in there with them thick socks.
Yeah. I'll be here freezing in our 40-degree weather, like, oh, dear God, it's 40 degrees. Mm-hmm. Making East Coast people mad, because I'm like, I'm cold at 40. When, like, 40, that's summer, motherfucker.
Yeah. No ice. What? 2 feet of snow? What is that?
See, dang it, right here. My mom threatened to give my Nintendo to my dumbass cousin. Hashtag Tiger Mom. See, like, real talk. See, I always talk about, like, my mom, like, she went to English school with all the Asian moms. I think she was learning how to be a Tiger Mom. From all those Asian moms.
She wasn't learning English. She was learning Tiger Momism.
See, Mike, we're a strong 33 right now. Goddamn, 33 degrees.
That made me cold in the inside right now.
That made my butthole pucker. That number 33.
Oh, no.
I felt 37 once when I was in Seattle. God. One time, I was like, this is 37 degrees? Why?
When I was in -5 degrees, I thought the world was going to end. I was like, oh my God, am I going to die all of a sudden? It's -5 degrees.
Because you went to New York. You lived in New York for a year.
Yeah. I was like, am I going to die? No, didn't die.
Well, a Southern California girl living in New York. I don't know.
Yeah.
You keep talking about, we need to go visit New York. Yeah, when it's not death.
When it's not death, yeah. When it's springtime.
We're going to have a baby. We're not taking we're not going to take our little baby could be an Eskimo, all wrapped up in 15 pelts.
No.
Not even a coat. Yeah. Pelts.
Anything below 60.
Yeah, anything below 60. Beanie and gloves. Mm-hmm. I was rocking. I reached into my storage and I busted out an Advanced War Days of Ruin beanie because I left my Nintendo 3DS beanie here at home.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, I left my beanie here. I was in my 45-degree warehouse. I'm like, oh Lord, we're gonna die. I had to go into my trunk. I'm like, all right. I had my bag full of Nintendo thingamabobs.
You're gonna wrap your head in cloth next time.
I was good. I was good at my Advanced Wars beanie. She got to put her feet up. So, all right, let's put this show on the road. Let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining. We're here every week because you have to show up every week. Consistency is most important. It's gonna be 3 years of this podcast coming up. 3 years. We've done it. I only missed one show once. Back in September of 2017, I missed a show because I was sick, and and Sam had a newborn baby, so I was not allowed to be anywhere near Sam because if I put my germs on Sam, and Sam took those germs home, could get the baby sick. So we missed one episode once, back in September of 2017, and I haven't missed an episode since. So it's been we've maintained a 2-year streak so far of the show. And I honestly, I entertained not doing the show today. I was driving home from work after I dropped my brother off because my brother came with me to work today. I was dropping off my brother. I'm like, I did not work on anything for the show today.
But
I did today.
Glad you did because all these people who showed up to watch.
I mean, I have a small
and comments.
Yeah, best show not named The Mandalorian. I'm more than happy to be the best show not named The Mandalorian. God, that show's so good. I hope you guys watched it this past Friday. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I love how every episode produces a new meme.
Every episode produces a new sound out of you, honey.
Out of me and you.
Yeah.
It's like I'm always sitting there sipping my soup like this. Watching two people fight. Mandalorian.
That's a
so
great
good.
show. It's a great show.
So good. Your brother was like, oh man, I'm not. Your brother was messing with me yesterday. He was like, I'm not interested in that show. I'm like, you're not interested in that show? He's like, nah, it's not. He's studying for his computer science class. He's like, nah, I'm gonna watch it later. I'm like,
okay.
Dog, I'm like, you messed with my emotions. Telling me you're not interested. He's like, oh, I want to watch Rise of Skywalker, but I'm not interested in this Mandalorian business. I'm like,
I wonder if he has Disney Plus.
I don't know if he does or doesn't.
Well, I can still share mine with him.
You can share yours with him. You can share like what, 4 people, 8 people? I don't know how many, whatever.
4.
It's like I got it, you got
Family.
it. Get the fam involved. So remember,
Right.
we'll be back here next week. Hopefully,
Yes.
I will not be as mentally drained
Crazy.
because it won't be the Monday after African American Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cybercrime Monday, Who Cares Sunday. Like I'm surprised there isn't like a Sunday thing.
Something Sunday.
I'm surprised
I think people need to watch their
like,
bank account.
Stop
Stop
shopping Sunday.
Shopping.
And then cybercrime
I think
Monday.
it's like eat all your leftovers and shop more Monday.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to work tomorrow and seeing what Cyber Monday has in store for me. Like after all the shopping people did today, then we get slammed with it tomorrow. It's like, oh, here's all the stuff you have to ship out.
Yep.
Good luck.
Good luck. Take Yogi with you.
I'll take Yogi with me. I need my comfort therapy cat. That's what Yogi is. She's my comfort therapy cat. Remember, you can always follow me at DreGP Podcast. I've been much more active. I've been tweeting against racism quite a bit lately on DreGP Podcast on the Twitter. I've been having a lot of fun. I've been on one on that Twitter account. It's been fun. Follow me at DreGP Podcast. Follow me on Instagram at DreGP Podcast. I'm catching up on stuff. YouTube, I posted up last week's episode today during my lunch. That's all the work I got in on the podcast today. During my lunchtime, I posted last week's episode of Me and Pete Molini today onto the YouTube. I am so behind. Normally, I post that on Tuesdays. Yeah, I had to wait until today where I just dedicated myself during my lunch. I shoved my leftovers into my face, and then as I was shoveling, I was uploading onto YouTube during my lunch at work. I took the laptop with me.
Is key. That's so
my poor YouTube page. More subscribers, please. We have 20. Nice. More subscribers. The retro game minute I filmed the weekend before. I still haven't even edited it. I know I always joke I never edit
figure
stuff.
It out. You might have to drop a game already.
I don't want to drop a game yet.
Well.
I'm gonna find time. I still need to record. I wanted to record a retro weekend.
Day for all the things you want to do, so you have to figure it out, babe.
I don't know.
At
DreGP Podcast. Thank you for watching. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us everywhere and everywhere. Support our Etsy shops. Etsy.com/shop/Dre's Geek Philosophy. Etsy.com/shop Le Meow Club.
Yeah.
It's like the Bullet Club, but cooler. Le Meow Club.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. We'll catch you guys next week.